Hello everybody, this is Ronry as always. I'm a little chilly. It's October. It's October. I'm a little chilly. And I was wearing layers, but I took off one of the layers because it was too warm. So I'm putting my scarf on. I'm filming with my old phone. Let me show you a magic trick. Filming, not a phone case. I'm thinking about just paying off this phone because it's got a superior camera. I broke a nail! It's not bleeding. It's okay. What was that reaction? What was that, cookies? What did I just do that for? I've got cookies and the kitten and peanut in here. I would show you, but I have unmentionables on the bed. I don't want to get demonetized. My cold sore is almost healed completely. So hopefully it'll be gone soon. Now I can return to doing regular makeup. Am I doing this right? Yeah. 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 This is the hardest part, is tying the knot. Says anybody with commitment issues. Why is this so hard today? Because it's finally... It's finally the weather, you know? Alright, I've got my headscarf on. Today we're going to be... Let me check that notification. I'm back. In fact, while we're looking at the background, ta-da! There's a cat tree. Let me adjust this again. So today we are going to be doing an experiment. We're going to compare the e.l.f. Sun Touchable Blurring Primer to the Milani Conceal and Perfect Primer, which I'm not a fan of so far. Not only did it not blur without any foundation on top of it, it also, the cooling sensation burns my skin. I'm autistic, so I have sensory issues. But first thing I need to do is draw a line down my face. So we're taking Sunset Makeup Blue Eyebrow Pomade, and instead of doing my eyebrows, I'll be separating my face. Let me take these off. Good enough. So now my face is clearly divided. I'm going to put the Milani on the left side. And the instructions for the Milani say to take a pea-sized amount and spread it all over the face. So instead of a pea-sized amount, I'm going to use a half pea-sized amount. So that much. It's kind of hard to get it off of the spatula. But the spatula does smooth it out. I don't know if you're supposed to like use a beauty blender after you smooth it out. I just realized I touched this to my fucking... I'll sanitize it. Okay. I should probably sanitize it anyway. Well, it doesn't really fucking matter if I'm gonna return the product, does it? They can't reuse it. Did I get enough? Let me get a little bit more. It's so chilly. It feels like icy hot. I had a bad experience with icy hot as a teenager. I was in a juvenile psych ward for long-term care. And while I was there, I had a herniated disc that triggered my tendonitis. And because they couldn't give me any narcotics, they just gave me ibuprofen and icy hot. And I had icy hot on my hands from applying it to my lower back. And I went to the bathroom without washing my hands first. And I wiped, and this part of my hand, kind of touched down there with the icy hot on my hand. It was not fun. It was not fun at all. I'm going to put the e.l.f. on the other side. This is the e.l.f. Sun Touchable Invisible Sunscreen 35 Broad Spectrum Sun Protection and Blurring Primer, water resistant up to 80 minutes. So this is the one I'm used to. I got the Milani thinking I would be able to wear it at night when I don't need sunscreen. And then nobody mentioned that it had a cooling factor, and I was kind of intimidated by that already. But it is spicy cold. I know I sound white saying that something cold is spicy, but I am white. I think I used too much e.l.f. I say that every time I use it, though. We're going to wait for the e.l.f. to cure, so I'm going to pause. Okay, I'm back. Both sides are dry. This side still kind of feels like icy hot. And to the touch, this feels... That's trippy. At first it feels dry, and then you press down harder into your skin, and it gets kind of almost greasy. Not greasy. Silicone-y, Whereas this side just feels silicone-y directly. So this is the Milani, this is the e.l.f. I'm gonna make sure this video is as short as possible by doing the regular makeup look part off camera. So I'll be back. I don't know if this is just user error, but I think the Milani made the blush blend more smoothly. Can you tell? This is Elf. This is Milani. And it might be just that I started on this side and therefore less of the cream blush was picked up on the brush because it wasn't warmed up. And then I warmed it up before going to that side. Well, I'm going to finish this look. I'll be right back. I'm noticing a second difference. Third difference. The first difference was this side looks ever so slightly more dewy in direct sunlight. But is this side muddy and this side bright? That's so weird. Okay, I'm back. The only thing I didn't do symmetrical is I put blue eyebrow pomade in my eyebrow scar, and I don't have a scar on this side. Let me turn this up. That is full blast. Okay, we're gonna have to find better lighting. So this is the Elf side. You can see the Peanuts X Profusion highlighter. I figured out if you use your finger instead of a Q-tip, it looks better. And then this is the side with the Milani primer, which finally stopped tingling. Somebody in the comments, when I said I didn't like the Milani in another video, somebody in the comments told me that you're supposed to put foundation on top of primer. It makes sense when you say it, put it that way, but it blew my mind. So we're going to put Fit Me Maybelline New York Matte and Poreless over top both sides. It just doesn't seem... It just feels like this side is dewier. I didn't put any highlighter on my forehead. Is it just that there's a window right there? I will go outside after I put on this powder. I'm using a big, fluffy, dense-ish brush. It's flying everywhere. Okay. I still feel like the Milani side is dewy. Ever so slightly. Just a slight radiance. I'm gonna pause and go outside so y'all can see this in the sunlight. Okay, I'm outside. Can you notice the difference? I don't know if I can tell a difference in direct sunlight. without powder is my eyelids. Well, I don't like the Milani because it burns. The cooling factor burns. But drop a comment if you see any difference, or even if you don't see a difference, let me know, because they look pretty even, but I don't know if anything is being done by them, or if it's just the powder carrying the team. All right, thanks for tuning in. Bye.